Hi team, we are having a bit of a theme this month. It's all around pregnancy with fibromyalgia, chronic pain, chronic fatigue. This is Melissa from melissaversusfibromyalgia.com, and to celebrate the newest edition of Pregnancy and Fibromyalgia book and course, which I've updated with my experience from my third pregnancy journey, I have created these checklists and I've created these posts and videos so that you get some extra knowledge about this, because this is such a knowledge hole and I hate it and I'm trying to fill it. So this is things to consider pre-pregnancy with fibromyalgia, chronic pain and chronic fatigue. So basically considering a pregnancy with these illnesses is kind of a big deal, and unfortunately there's not a lot of information around. So what I've been doing is compiling my experience and my research to give you as much knowledge as possible. And so this here is kind of things that you might want to consider before pregnancy. And as always, the number one thing is to arm yourself with knowledge. The more knowledge you have about pregnancy and trying to conceive and your chronic illness, the better. The more you're able to advocate for yourself and the more you're able to look after yourself. So you can take the pregnancy and chronic pain, chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia micro course for an introduction about pregnancy with fibromyalgia. That's available if you sign up to my newsletter list. I'll leave the link for you below. You'll have access to that for free, and there's also actually a heap of other resources that you can access there. You can read the updated edition of Pregnancy and Fibromyalgia book. You can consider taking my course. You can learn about pregnancy in general. You can do a Google search of, pregnancy and fibromyalgia or pregnancy and chronic pain and see what comes up. There's not a lot, but there are stuff. Other people also share their knowledge. It's getting a little bit more busy than it was when I was first pregnant, so I'm very excited about that. Look into delivery and recovery. I'll link below last week's video and blog post, because I was talking about preparing for the postpartum period with fibromyalgia and chronic pain and fatigue, and read about the early weeks and prepare yourself. It's kind of the fourth trimester, so that those really early weeks where it can be a little bit difficult. So just prepare yourself really, so that you know what's coming. The next thing is to wean off and stop any medications that are categorically unsafe. So this is an area I encourage you to become a self-advocate in. Do some research and then be involved in that decision-making process with your doctor. So ensure that you are being factored into the cost versus benefit equation. It's a really important one to address. I've seen women who have been forced to go cold turkey off medications in the first trimester, and it is not fun. There are a lot of differing opinions, so where one doctor will leave them on everything, another will take them off everything, and others will do something in the middle. So there's no one way to approach it. So if you can do some research and be involved, you can minimize the harm that can happen there. The next thing is to have an honest discussion with your significant other. So talk about how you'll manage during pregnancy in the first year. What will you do in the event that you can't continue to work? What will happen if there are times when you are too ill to look after the baby? And agree on how you will approach breastfeeding. You really want your significant other on side. Breastfeeding can be a difficult but rewarding experience, and the more that you've got that team mentality, the easier it will be. The next one is to nourish yourself well. So basically there's no real difference between how to nourish yourself with fibromyalgia or how to nourish yourself as a normal person or how to nourish yourself as someone who is going to try to conceive. But you want to drink water, you want to minimize the dehydrating drinks. Research suggests that tea and coffee are fine in moderation in pregnancy, but it is good to minimize them from a hydration perspective. Include protein and healthy fats with every meal, lots of fresh fruit and vegetables. Aim for 6 to 8 servings a day if you can, with a variety of colors, because that gives you all of the different types of nutrients. And if you need, consult a medical professional or a nutritionist, because that is really important. Just that foundation in your body is going to give you a really great start, and start taking a pregnancy multivitamin. So these are the first things really to start to consider when you are considering pregnancy with fibromyalgia or chronic pain, chronic fatigue, you are welcome to come and join our supportive community in the Pregnancy and Parenting with Chronic Pain, Chronic Fatigue, Fibromyalgia Facebook group. Having social support is really magical. It actually made a huge difference for me between my first and my second pregnancies. Knowing that there were people to bounce ideas off who got it was a relief. So yeah, it's my group, I made it, but I've actually really benefited from it too. It's been really amazing. So it doesn't have to be a scary idea. I'd love you to know just that with preparation, understanding, and support, you can do it. And don't forget, you can grab the list in its entirety if you grab the updated edition of the book and course. And also for this month only, the entire revamped course is on significant discount. If you like these videos, if you like this kind of information, please hit like and subscribe. Do come along to that Facebook group to join us. Do go to melissaversusfibromyalgia.com to have a look at all of my archives. I've got many articles I've written about pregnancy and parenting with fibromyalgia. If you have any questions or comments, comment below. I would love to hear from you, and I will speak to you next time. Bye guys.